So we are here doing our first playthrough. Let's do it. So we are running. Oh, am I on the screen? Am I on the screen? Am I in? I'm in. Okay. So, let's do it. Okay, first run through on this game.
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Okay, it's been a long time since I played Metal Gear Solid, so let's see how this goes. I'm excited. I'm excited for the rework. I'm excited for the revamp. I'm excited to see how they get along with it. The graphics look nice to begin with. I like the graphics.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
Oh, okay.
Soviet airspace. 20 minutes to drop off. Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute. All right. Ready to go.
I don't know anything about the initial story, so I have no idea.
Okay. Good. We've got high visibility. Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
So I've got.
Mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing? Approaching release point. 10 minutes to drop off. Hey, are you deaf? He said put
got such like a bad boy attitude.
Depressurization complete. Checking oxygen supply. 6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch. Sunrise.
6 minutes is a long time. Oh. Six minutes is a long time
You'll be falling at 130 miles
to
per
have that
hour.
hatch open
Try not to get
before
throttled
getting to
by
the side.
the windshield. 1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear. Activate the honor bottle.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off.
That was pretty dope. That was pretty dope.
Status okay. All green. Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
That's a tiny cinematic. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a good cinematic. It looks good. I like it. That's a good start. It's got me excited to see how the rest of this game's gonna go. I like
Jack,
that.
I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov? Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid?
Call it a crisis of conscience.
His country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. We used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments.
Snake's voice really annoys me.
But the Soviets didn't back
It just
down,
doesn't-
instead placing their armed forces on secondary
It just
alert.
doesn't sound
Transport ships carrying missiles continued
legitimate.
on
It
course
sounds like
towards Cuba.
fake.
US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war, Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
God, I hate his voice.
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
So, I thought they had a mole, not Sokolov. Just really, I don't know if that's a little holdout. Maybe I just misunderstood. I don't know.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. It's been combat-proven.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat Talon?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong, You'll be eating dinner, breakfast, and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
You pulled that parachute way too early, in my opinion. They've been floating down for days. They would have seen him coming at that point. At least you feel like anyway. Caught a tree? Oh, there it is. Oh. That was close. His little superhero landing. Why is he staying like that? Who would stay like that? This guy has a mad ego. That was way too dramatic. I've been watching too many Spider-Man movies. What kind of anime bullshit is this? All of this, whoa, like, it's way dramatic. Way too dramatic, over the top cinema. What's he doing? Hiding behind that tree ain't gonna do shit. If you just had a parachute down there, they would have. Come on, it makes no sense. Come on.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake.
140.85. Remember that, chat. 140.85. You said I could see it from here. Where's the... So... Where am I crouching? And where is my... Damn, it's a nice view. In chat, we are not seeing the same thing. Because what you're seeing What I'm seeing? Damn. Way prettier on my screen. Oh, let me take some Twitch, I guess. This feels weird. I'm assuming I've still got stamina at this time. So the fields and adjacent areas. Okay. So it's directly in front of me. So I crawl under here. Okay, we're getting there. I'm guessing this is the tree. Now it wants me to climb it. Okay. That's auto climbing, that's not. I was way higher than that when I was coming down in there. This game's starting to annoy me
I
I
already.
see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your back. In the survival viewer, your available weapons will be displayed. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip, and press for other equipped items. Just do the same thing.
Got it.
Yep, that's survival is fundamental. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will. If your stamina gets too low, you won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal. Keep an eye on your stamina, so to recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
My only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So the suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now?
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Who's crazy?
Solo covert actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of no weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international convention. There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. You can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. You're a ghost, Snake, in every sense of. There'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and US government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose. SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule. Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
Use it if you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Right.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak, as well as recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Paramedic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
And they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, no one has a name. What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive. My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording you. Whenever you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency.
So saving lets me record my...
That's right. It also
Good to know.
There's one more person I want to introduce.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A legendary soldier. Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization. She's going to be serving as Fox's...
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were...
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Oh.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years.
You've lost weight.
You can tell just by the sound.
Of course I can. I know all...
Really?
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me?
I was on a top... You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things.
No. I taught you everything. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn...
Techniques, sure. But what about how to...
How to think like a soldier? A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can... In fact, technique doesn't even matter. Spirit and body are like two sides. I can't teach you how to think. Listen to me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side, having personal feelings about your comrades, politics determine who you... And politics are a living thing. Yesterday's good might be...
Is that why you abandoned?
No, it had nothing to do with you. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his... But you're looking for a reason. You're a natural-born fighter. A soldier is a political... That's doubly true if he's a career soldier. Right and wrong have no place in his mission. He has no enemies and no friends. You follow the orders you're given.
I do whatever I have to get the job done.
That's not the same thing. Sooner or later, in the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end.
Being patriotic.
It means devoting yourself.
I follow the president and the top brass. I'm ready to...
The president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take their place.
I follow the will of the leader.
People aren't the ones who dictate the mission.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time. So there's no such thing as the enemies we fight are only as long as we have loyalty to the end.
And that's the way a soldier...
The only thing we can believe is the mission.
All right.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War... The Cobra Unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me.
Yes.
It's good to hear your voice.
Same here. After all, Snake, you are always best at urban warfare, but this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those
CQC. I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years.
Not to worry. After all, this is your first actual survival mission.
Where are you, boss?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic.
My frequency is 141.80.
Gotcha.
Your mission is to retrieve... Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north. Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you.
Okay. Alright, so...
Try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
God, I really hate the acting in this character. It's so bad. Famushi's Swampland. guess I'm not capturing any alligators then or crocodiles. I really didn't know the difference between the two. Was that it? That was the loading area? Oh, cinematic. Okay, first enemy encounter.
I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of inter. We can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This.
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the face option lets choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to. The key is to make yourself one with nature.
Okay, so let's go and check this out then. So, camouflage. And the face, woodlands. Okay. This came from that way. Is this? Am I going back on myself here? What is that? The Dragon of Stamford uses rooms. Oh, conscious ready it with the right take that to fire. Okay. What would you say place in your backpack? It's about a good backpack. Carry up to 8 weapons. Damn, the big backpack. 8 weapons. All weapons are white, heavier weapons. A high performance probe picks up sound in the direction it's pointing. It can be used to hear the footsteps of distant enemies and other sounds normally too faint to hear. Okay. What is it I'm clicking in and out of here? Like, it's the, okay, it's the equipped. Okay, it's the equipped. Okay, this one should always really be equipped, isn't it? Yeah, it's in my tooth. Okay, it's also managed up to 8. Calculate master issue. Easy to adjust the mass position. Crocodile cat, 1 eye. Compass. Okay, weapons. Okay, so how do I? No, we switch weapons. Space, airspace. Any options game? No, just toggle. Well, that caught me out by caught me out by surprise. So. Where is that? Where did that other guy go? I swear there was two of them this way. Found him.
Who's that?
You know, I must admit, this is not a good start. This is not a good start. It's not quite how I planned on playing this game. Got too used to playing games like the finals. My guy is bleeding. How long do they stay asleep for? Guess not long. I guess he's coming back. I think it's better that way. Hmm. I guess always check your corners, huh? I feel like that's a repeat tree. Like, no, never mind. I went full circle. Did I walk off of that? So where is my stamina? Absolutely no idea what my stamina is. Okay.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump.
It's a terrible
I
spy.
can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight.
As if that guy can't see him. What the?
There are sentries
This,
posted
this
around the
game's
perimeter.
annoying me.
I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the
Northeast section.
Be careful. Your mission, he must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
Right.
Oh, and one more thing.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov,
And that is?
sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood.
Alright. Alright. What was I trying to do? I wanted to. Oh, I wanted to save. Man, that was it. Let me just. What is the name of this one? Snake Pizza. I'm really confused. Wait, so maybe I've got a radio somewhere. Um, I have no idea how to save in this game. So there's a radio somewhere in this game. No, absolutely. Radio window button 2. Radio window button 2. Fucking push 2. Gotta hold it. Oh wow. After all of that, now he tells me how to do it. This game, this game pisses me off more and more. The acting on Snake's voice is bad. The vision of the enemies is bad. And now he's giving tips after I just spent like 5 minutes trying to find out how to save the game. It's bad. I'm, I'm so fed up with this game already. I promise you guys I keep going, so I'm going to, but I don't know if we're going to finish this. I really hope it gets better. I really do. Alright, let's go.
Saving the game, Snake? Hey, Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
It's a movie.
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla who grows to an enormous...
Nuclear testing. Then the Martian islands must be.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie. Not
I know. So then what?
Godzilla is immune. Dr. Shirazawa, but meanwhile, it was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really?
If you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America too. It might even win awards all across.
Why's that?
2024 will be Godzilla's 70th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the.
Not really.
Okay. It's always good to be able to look at. That's the magic.
No kidding.
That's the.
What a pointless conversation. What is this game? It's blowing my mind. What nonsense is this? Where's this other guy? Can't see this other guy. No idea where he is. Is there a little guy on the corner? Oh, there's a lot going on here, and I really... Oh my god, there's so many enemies in that direction. I don't have enough. No one heard that.